Right, fantastic. I'm just gonna do the pull up a book real fast. Excuse me.
Okay.
Just so all the cameras get me. Lovely. Fantastic. You're already a professional, but I'm gonna do my speech anyway.
Okay.
So basically, just try keeping the mic about a fist away from your mouth. So if you go too far away, we're gonna start losing your voice.
Okay.
If you have any electronics on you, smartwatches, anything, just put it on mute. We will probably hear it.
Okay.
And if at any point you missed your phrase halfway through it, just stop there, start from the beginning, and carry on from there. Besides that, just have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Thank you.
Sounds good? So if you're sitting that way, I'm just going to move a tiny bit closer to you, if that's all right.
You comfortable now, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lovely. Let me just make sure this still looks okay on camera. It does. Right, so you guys carry on chatting. I'm just going to get your levels on the mic, and then you're good to go.
All right,
Okay.
This is going to be a short one. You man, boy. It's a stress you might give me.
Who?
Oh, everyone.
You were the one who was late.
Was I?
Yes, you were.
I was there at 6:20.
Yeah, but we came down 5 minutes later.
You trying to find your charger first? Name indication.
No, you did not come at 6:20. Actually,
I did.
No, you did not. There's no way
Anybody?
you could have come at 6:20.
Already.
In your dreams, you came.
You
You even text me at 10 past to say I'm leaving my house. So there's no way you could have come at 6:20.
Anyway.
Anywho. You're just so lucky I'm here.
You're crazy, boy.
Oi, this setup is sick, you know.
Yeah. Funny enough, I wanted the studio, Naval side, the bigger studio, but they not overbooked. But on another system, it says it was free, but when on the website, it wasn't free.
Oh, okay.
So I couldn't get that one.
Oh, okay.
So they gave me this one, and since then I've used it until I got my own studio.
Does my belly look fat?
You know, all this stays in, right?
Oh my gosh.
You good to go? Okay.
So, don't make it personal.
So why aren't you married yet?
I will flip my cup at you.
I would say that.
I'm not married because
You know what I
wait,
mean?
why haven't you got a girlfriend?
Who, me? Because I'm focused on my goal.
Oh, please.
I want to find God first.
Right, you guys are good to go.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm back with my third episode of What Are Friends For. This is BRO. And today I'm here with Amy.
Woo.
See, with my other friends, they're like friends. Amy became my friend because of her sister.
So what does that
And
mean?
we just became friends from there. She was the first one. The second one, I let my daughter stay with, unsupervised. So you know I trust her. So anyway, hello Amy.
Hi.
Welcome to my show.
Thank you for having me.
Are you nervous? You shy?
A little bit.
But remember, everything can be edited. So anything you say wrong or right can be removed or left on.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right.
So yeah, so like now we're here. Do you feel awkward with me talking to you like this?
Yeah,
Because-
because you're usually cussing me. We're
No.
fighting.
So Amy and I met. I was what? 17, and we were chilling.
That's your British age.
You see already? I even got. We only got 40 minutes. You know that? I'm because of her. Cause we're late. So makeup, hair. Anyway, it's fine. So yeah, we met in the hostel, Elephant Castle, Haygate, through your sister Jennifer. We became cool. Became friends because he had a big bum.
Are you right?
I'm joking. But like, me and Amy been cool anyway. They've all been cussing each other. Her, Sata, Sanita, and other people. So today
It's
I'm
like
gonna...
a group of us, isn't it?
Yeah, well, because in hostel everyone went there.
Yeah.
It was Junior,
But
in
you
his
didn't
room.
live in the hostel. You just
No.
always used to come.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell them why you always used to come
What?
to the hostel.
I used to go to the hostels because back in the day, there was many girls used to go that live there. Like girls downstairs. I won't say her name, but the girls downstairs and stuff. So, but yeah, so we're here and we're going to talk about you. You know, because you do a lot of things. You know, not many people know about it. Not many, literally no one knows about it. And I'm here to promote you. Yeah? So, where are you from?
Country-wise, I
Country.
am from Sierra Leone. Woo,
So this is the
Freetown.
second Sierra Leone I had on the show.
Yeah.
You're from Sierra Leone?
Yeah, I'm from Sierra Leone.
Born there, born here.
No, yes, I was actually born in Sierra Leone.
Is it?
I came when I was 5 years old during the war. So this was like around 1997.
Yeah.
And I've been here ever since.
How was it in Sierra Leone? Do you like, because we spoke on the phone about this, do you have flashbacks of Sierra Leone? Even though you're 5,
yeah.
but do you have flashbacks of being back home?
Definitely, I do. So I remember during the war, like we used to, before the war happened, we used to live like in a big, like an estate.
Yeah.
Me, my grandma, because at that time, my mom and my parents were like in the UK.
Yeah.
So I was living with my grandparents. So they were
Okay.
the one taking care of me, my aunties as well.
Yeah.
And then I remember one day, like they're saying the rebels are coming. And then
Was it like that for real?
Yeah, it was.
Because the
really
only
bad.
flashback I have, because I was born here, is the crackhead in the phone box,
No.
or us taking backs. I don't have those type of. Like, my mom has it because from abroad, aunties, uncles. But when I hear friends that have it, what is your mindset? Like what do you remember back in those times?
Like I said, I just remember one night, and they were just screaming like the rebels are coming, like everyone is fiffy-faffing around, and I'm young, obviously I don't know what is going on, but I do also remember like we were moving from location to location. I remember there were times where I would see my grandma crying. I didn't understand why she was crying, because a 5-year-old in Sierra Leone or in Africa is different to a 5-year-old in the
Is it? Are you guys? Is it? Or you guys have to be more mature?
Definitely.
Like faster.
Yeah, definitely more mature. So I did see a lot during that time, and I remember a lot as well.
Does that affect you today though? Like I know people don't want to show or say things, because my mum as well. Like you must have some type of not relapse, but just remembering. Oh my God, I came from there, and where I am now. Like you're more grateful.
I'm so grateful, and I think remember where I'm coming from is actually what always pushes me, and I'm always reminded that I'm blessed as well. Sometimes when I take certain things for granted, or I start to complain that the UK, this and that,
it's
but
boring.
It's so boring. I'm always
no good men. God.
But I'm always reminded, like, Amy, count your blessings and lay them one by one, because who knows if I was still in Sierra Leone, who knows if I will still be alive today.
That's crazy. Because for me, just having that thought is crazy.
It is, because
I know we joke around a lot and we cuss each other a lot, but having that is crazy.
No, it is. And even during the war as well, my auntie was taken, and she was taken for 10 years by the people. Yeah, and a lot of things conspired there, So even during that period, I remember it was really intense for our family. I remember even when I moved from Sierra Leone to the UK, like every night we'll be doing, what's it called? Praying and fasting, waking up midnight at 1 a.m. in the morning, the whole family coming together, praying for my auntie to be found, so it was, yes.
Oh,
and I remember
that's crazy.
I remember that day when my aunt, they had found her. We were, me, my mum, and I can't remember who it was, but we were in Elephant and Castle. You know where
so you went
where the coronet
Sierra
was?
Leone to South London.
Literally.
So you came at 5. Obviously, you don't remember 5, 6, 7 years old in London, do you? Do you remember that?
But when I came,
Yeah.
When I came to
But
the
do you
UK,
remember being in South London? Did you even know it was South London when you came to London?
Yeah, of course. Well, did I know?
Of course, no. You didn't know you were in South London. when you first came.
No.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I do remember
Yeah.
coming from Sierra Leone to the
London.
UK. Yeah, I was on a plane by myself because, during that time, those who lived in the UK and had UK passport, like my mum,
Yeah.
she was born in the UK.
Is it?
Yeah, so she was actually born in Birmingham. And then they moved to Sierra Leone when they were 16 because my grandparents didn't like it. Yes, yeah.
So your mum was born here?
Yeah, my mum was born here.
Right, you know that.
Yeah.
In Birmingham as well.
Literally in Birmingham.
So now you're in South London. Yeah, for let's say 5-10 years now, gone past. You're in South London. You're a teenager.
Kent Road.
Okay. Oh.
Brooklyn.
You wasn't really doing it, were you?
Of course, I was always a good girl.
But hold on. But Brooklyn, we're roughly the same age.
Yeah.
So Brooklyn was like were younger than. No, they weren't. So yeah, you in Kent Road, South London. How were you? Like, did the Sierra Leone, growing up in Sierra Leone, was it different? Like the way you were interacting in school, the way you made friends, was it easy for you?
What in
South London?
Oh yeah, definitely. Just
because he came from Sierra Leone and all the old trauma, the rebels and stuff. That didn't affect you at all.
So in primary school,
Yeah.
it did a little bit. They would tease my accent.
What was the accent?
Creole.
African.
You should be saying that. I'm saying,
Oh, it's my show.
Yeah, so like they used to tease me, and I used to have this funny hairstyle. Like my mom always do my hair. Like,
Was it the ponytail?
Yeah, that pineapple hairstyle.
Oh, the puff one.
Yeah.
Where he's like that one, you got puff. Yeah, I know.
Gosh, yeah. So obviously, I always used to get teased as well, and obviously back then, being young, I was thick as well. I would be called a chubby girl, or they'll call me chicken wings.
Yeah.
That was literally my nickname in school, and it used to hurt me so much when I was younger.
Is it?
Yeah, but obviously now.
I had one for primary school.
What?
Yeah, it was my two friends, Congolese friends. Rest in peace to the one. And they had a name. It's dumb. And it's not. And I used to cry all the time.
What?
Oh, who let their hens out? Hen. And it wasn't even that serious.
Why?
Because my name is Henrique.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I used to cry. Like, it was the worst thing.
Primary school kids,
bullies, bro.
They can be mean.
And I peed on the slide. But that's something else. Like anxiety, as they say now, isn't it?
Oh, God.
But yeah, so you were primary school, and it affected you how people bullying you, your accent. Were you by yourself, or was it easy to make friends?
It's always been easy for me to make friends.
So even when you were being bullied, you had no friends backing you up? Wash friends. Look at you. What kind of friendship
Did I
is
have
this?
friends backing me up? No, because the boys in primary school, they were mean. Like, they were so mean.
So you no girlfriends? Nothing like that?
I had female friends, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, and the primary school that I went to, it was Gallywall Primary School. So it
Where's
was in
that,
the
South
heart
London?
of, it was in Southeast London. And that was quite a racist area at the time as well. So
where's that? In Bermondsey? Where
Bermondsey, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Exactly.
Go.
So yeah, it was.
That time it was
and
crazy.
back then, all the black boys liked the white girls.
Yeah.
So to them, like us black girls, we were like foreigners to them. We looked like, we're not nice,
So did you have like issues with that? You're being dark, being black and being dark. Because there's being black and there's being dark as well. Because there are black people that are lighter than us, whatever they say.
Yeah.
But they won't, and there's us darker people. Where sometimes the light black people will insult the dark black people.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get insulted in school by white kids or Chinese kids or Asian kids. It was mostly the black kids. They were lighter than me. They were cussing me by being dark.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
All that, you African boo stuff, it didn't come from white kids.
Exactly.
It came from black kids growing up. So my upbringing for me was I mostly saw black people that looked like me anyway and insulted me about my race. Until obviously I got older and so I saw other stuff. But yeah. So for you to go through that from back home where being black is not seen as black, you're just a human.
Yes.
But here you are
African boo-boo.
That's crazy.
But that was mainly more from, because my school,
Yeah.
we had a lot of gypsies as well. So it was mainly from them as well. I
Okay.
wouldn't really say it was more from the black, community.
Yeah.
They just used to call me like, they made me feel fat, basically.
Is it?
Yeah, literally. Like, oh, look at you, chicken wings, look at your fat legs.
Then when did you start becoming...
Like a baddie.
Oh, here we go. When did you start becoming... What was it? Confident. When you started knowing you are.
Okay, so
Because
even...
2004-5 in South London, it was the gel. I don't know if you had it. The gel.
Yeah, everyone had
the
it.
diamantes. High skirts.
Everyone was claiming to be Jamaican.
I didn't.
I did.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I claim to be French like an idiot. Anyway.
You claim to be what?
French, because I spoke French.
You still claim it.
No, I
yeah.
don't. Anyway.
Yeah.
And you were, secondary school.
Mm-hmm.
When did you become this?
What's this? Go on, say it.
This.
Because you never compliment me so
For what? For what? You got a boyfriend for that?
You're
You're home
just
for that?
so mean.
No,
Anyway.
I don't compliment you. So, Amy, when did you become confident?
To be honest, I've kind of always been like content with who I am.
Yeah.
So in secondary school, I went to Haberdashers.
That's in South London somewhere.
Yeah, so New Cross. And obviously, at that time, that was like the best school in... Yes, it was. Yeah. Only smart people went
Rumours,
there.
anyway. Loads of rumours in that school.
No, but we...
Rumours.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't part of those
Body
rumours.
of the body. Anyway, go on.
It's... So, yeah, even in secondary school, I was always confident.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Like, I was always happy with who I was, and to be quite honest, in secondary school, I was always just focused on, like,
Boys.
making money. No, I won't really say that.
Making money.
No, I used to make chin chin and then sell it.
Is it? You used to sell chin chin and sell it?
Listen, me and my mum, every
You're
Sunday,
lying.
we would make chin chin and we'll sell it. And what is it called? I would basically target to make £100 every week by the end of Friday.
Swear now?
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Hey, you're a hustler. I didn't know. I thought you were a lazy bumpkin.
What?
But
Me? Never.
so you used to make chin chin with your mum in the mornings or
Yeah.
or Sunday, wherever.
Sunday, we'll
And
packet
then
it.
you take it to school.
And I'll take it to
How
school.
much for there?
So it was 50p for, it was more like,
Right.
yeah. And then I'll have all my white friends, like, they'll say, Amy, give me 5 of that, or they'll give me
Because
£5.
50p is reasonable.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
at that time anyway.
And then most of the kids in my secondary school had money as well. Their parents were very
well
wealthy. Yeah, so, £5, I'll be like, oh my gosh. And I'll just be going around the school lunchtime, just selling that. So, yes, I was always kind of like focused on that. And then with my other female friends,
Yeah.
I'll do like their eyebrows as well. So,
Swear.
yeah. So
I do remember in
yeah.
secondary school time, girls were more entrepreneurs than guys.
Were they?
Not more, but I think I saw more girls hustling by doing people's hairs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, well, the pretty boys got it for free. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, people I had to pay. Whoa, wow. What's happening there? I thought it was... Hey.
Yeah, you were saying?
Yeah, so... But in school, I had to pay. Like, we had to get £1, £2, £3. But no, not that much.
Do you know Jennifer used to sell chicken and chips? So Jennifer
Jennifer's her sister.
Yeah, Jennifer.
Another set of younger.
Yeah, Jennifer, my older sister. So she was the only one that they had selective people who could actually leave the school and then go out at lunchtime.
We used to do
so
that.
Jennifer would take orders
We
from
used to
people.
do
Okay,
that,
you want
yeah.
chicken, this and that.
And you go
I
charge
should
them
go
£1
back.
each.
Yeah.
And next thing's like 6 people.
Yeah.
And someone's upset. Oh, where's my wings? Like.
Yeah. No, Jennifer was always like thorough with it,
So your secondary school, you became more confident. You start hustling, making your own money. And then what happened? You went college?
So I was in sixth form.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wasn't too smart for sixth form. I'm more of a practical person. I'm not
Okay.
academic. Yeah.
You're creative.
Okay.
That's what they call us.
Okay, let's call it creative. Yeah.
They don't call it dyslexia. They call it creative.
God forbid I reject that. That is never me.
There's nothing wrong with dyslexia.
Huh?
You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong.
Absolutely not.
If you have issues, Listen, I got it.
No, definitely, because obviously you're working with kids.
Yeah.
But life and death lies in the power of the tongue, so I'm not claiming it.
Oh my
So
gosh.
yeah, so secondary school, finished there, went to sixth form. I wasn't really good in sixth form. I used to study sports science and those sociologies, all of those stuff.
Did you just do it because?
No, I actually enjoyed sports in school, even though I was chubby, and I did. I used to play netball. Are you crazy?
I knew it.
No, I used to throw the javelin, discus.
What javelin in South London?
What?
In javelin.
Ask everybody
javelin
in
in South London.
haberdashers. I was, anyways. Yeah, I'm not even gonna
Javelin.
fight for my throne.
God.
But I used to throw
You're
javelin,
throwing his hands. You're throwing javelin.
discus, shot put. I used to do it for Lewisham as well.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Jennifer used to run. She used to run 100 meters as well.
But you meant like 5 foot. They were like 5'1".
Yeah, but still, she was fast though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In a
she-
short burst.
Hey, don't talk about my sister like that.
But yeah, so then wait, you didn't go to college.
No, I went to college. I went Croydon College.
Okay.
That's
And you
where my
studied
mom
what?
forced me to study childcare. And I was like,
I swear,
childcare's for like old
Look, let me
people.
tell you about childcare, yeah? Because Amy is also in childcare. And the only reason why I didn't bring it up is because my last guest is also in childcare.
Edwina.
Edwina.
Yeah.
And they know each other because both say
Yeah,
Leone.
we love Edwina.
Yeah. So Amy has made a lot of dough in childcare. Like, she's worked very hard. She's done a lot of things. But this interview is not about her childcare. This interview is about her finding her God. Her becoming born again. Because the Amy I knew, boy,
How was I though?
ratchet.
Really? No, I was ratchet.
Amy was ratchet. Like,
I was so ratchet.
you know the one that like that.
Like
Yeah, all the time wearing dolly shoes.
literally, you know, like the leggings and like crop top.
Yeah,
Obviously still, you know,
everything
like-
with a belly, everything.
I was
But
ratchet.
so you went through all that phase, yeah? I think everyone went through that phase.
Yeah.
But when did you find or refound your religion? Because me, I'm not religious. All you guys cuss me about it. But when you find your religion, did something happen to you to find it? Or did you just wake up one morning and say, you know what, I need to get closer to God or whatever?
No. So, like you mentioned, you know, I was in a hostel.
Yeah.
And during that time, that was like a really dark place in my life.
The hostel, not. I will say the hostel. We had fun there, but there's a lot of things happening there.
Yeah, mental health.
Yeah,
There were a lot of people.
crazy.
Yeah. And people didn't talk about it
Nope.
as well. And we were young, so we
Yeah.
didn't really even know what
What it
mental
was.
health was.
Yeah.
You know, we'll just see sometimes like somebody will just shut themselves out. We won't hear from them.
Yeah.
And we're just like, okay, maybe they're in their feelings.
Yeah.
Even like you have like an outburst and we're like, oh, I'm really.
What?
this-
Outburst? Me?
Yeah.
I never had an
He's
outburst.
being sassy again.
Oh!
You are sassy. But anyways, yeah.
I don't want to change the topic.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to be rude. So, you were in a dark place
I was in a very dark place.
in the hostel.
Yeah. And
Is it because you were alone? Or
I was alone.
Does loneliness do that to people, right? Where they start overthinking?
Oh, you overthink a lot. I remember
Yeah.
I wasn't in the same hostel as my sister. I
No,
was in
I
a
remember,
hostel
yeah.
in Peckham.
Yeah.
In Peckham. The number 3 behind Primark as well. So in the heart
Of
of
Peckham.
Peckham.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking like that's not me, like Amy, like, you know. So I was in the hostel in a really dark place.
Yeah.
But then also I was striving for, you know, like success at the same time. So I have this one life where, you know, that stereotype of being in a hostel, you're supposed to have a certain lifestyle. And then I'm trying to fight that
I don't know why
stereotypical
that
lifestyle.
that perspective anyway about people in the hostel. It doesn't make any sense.
I guess
It's
so.
a place to rest your head. Doesn't mean it makes the person.
No.
Anyway.
But it is a very dark place, and it
Yeah.
is a lonely place as well, because imagine 16 years old, you've now become an adult yourself.
Yeah.
You know, you're doing your own thing. No one's telling you what to do. You have to now do those things for
Yeah.
yourself. You know, so no one's telling me to go to college. No one's telling me after college you go to
You have to be
university.
responsible early.
Do you understand
Very
what I
early.
mean? From a very young age.
Yeah.
And you actually now because you are your own adult, you choose the path that you want to go.
Yeah.
So it was either, the bad path or the good path. So those two paths were always fighting against each other, and it was very
So
difficult.
you had like bad influences around.
I
Name and shame them.
You were one of them.
Me.
My sister.
Yeah. Jennifer. Well, before Jennifer found God, you know what I mean?
Yeah, literally. No, do you know what? I actually surrounded myself with good people.
So it wasn't the people around that made you in a dark place. It was just yourself.
It was just myself, and also putting so much pressure on myself.
Yeah.
Like not trying to be that stereotype. Not like most people will see as, okay, you're in a hostel, you're gonna have a baby dad, you're gonna have bare kids with different guys.
That stereotype.
Yeah, exactly. So I was just fighting against that. I wanted to go to university, learn to drive, and I was doing that I was living a life to try and prove everybody wrong.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna be what you think I'm gonna be. I'm not gonna be what you say I'm
But
gonna be.
you ain't even that bad. I think people over exaggerate. I've seen bad.
Yeah, but to Africans, it is bad. You're in a hostel. Huh? Are you crazy?
Fam, growing up, there used to be it might sound so funny, called OC chicks. Yeah?
What's that?
And it was a gang in my area.
Oh, okay.
And then there was a girl version of them. They were robbing guys. So when I hear your story and other people's story quite similar, he wasn't doing anything really that bad.
No, I wasn't a bad girl.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I didn't understand when people always put so much pressure on themselves. I got to be better at this. It's good to have pressure on yourself. I'm not saying that. But I think some people put too much pressure on themselves to the point where sometimes you might break.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't like that. Well, have your time. You will have your time.
Yeah.
So in hostel, in a dark place.
Yeah. I put a lot of pressure on myself.
So when did you find the Lord of that took you out of that space?
The Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
Yeah. Where did you find that?
I found him in my 20s, so in my early 20s.
Yeah.
And this was after...
This might be a dumb question. I hope it's not a dumb question. Did you ever feel embarrassed that you were praising?
Like God?
Yeah.
There were times I was shy.
Yeah.
Like, because my old lifestyle contradicted my new lifestyle.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, no, I understood.
And I did feel like,
Yeah.
like my old friends wouldn't understand this new me.
I think it's easier to say it.
You were part of it as well.
Bomb
Yeah. Oh, you're a Christian. Look at you. Amy.
Yeah. But what's, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because like I said, I'm not religious. But any path everyone wants to go through, go, bro. Any path they want to go through, they can go through. You know what I mean? I'll support them wherever, unless it's not no evil, funny man business. But yeah, no, when you became born again and Jennifer became born again and thinking, I was like, oh, that's good for you. You know what I mean?
20s.
You were happier.
Definitely.
You found a community. You know what I'm saying? So when you were going through that process, what did you change? And how long did it take you to change?
I'm still changing. It's
yeah.
for real.
It's a journey, isn't it?
No, like honestly
Okay.
speaking, it is a journey.
Yeah.
And that is why you cannot put pressure on yourself. But at the same time, you have to embrace the journey, but also stay rooted in the journey for that actual transformation to continue to keep on happening.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to happen overnight.
No.
So like, there were times where, okay, like when I gave my life to God, I backslided, and I had to rededicate my life to God again. And like I said, it's still a journey, because I'm still going through, like now, for example, that stage of modesty, how to dress like a godly woman, how to look like Christ, so it's an ongoing journey that, you just embrace it.
So how did you, obviously when you're doing your naughty stuff, you had naughty friends as well. So when you had that change, what did your friends say? Oh, how did they react? Were they happy? Were they like, oh, whatever, Amy, man, take the Hennessy?
Like you, for example,
I don't
again,
drink. So
no, well, like, some people, I
do drink. So any sponsors that want to holler at me, I do drink. Go on, sorry.
So like your friends will always not understand the new you sometimes, and it takes a while, but then the only way they can understand the new you is by you staying consistent in being the new you. So you can't now, say, oh, I'm not going to this place, and then tomorrow you go to that place,
so
because
they won't even believe that you changed
they
because
no
you're backsliding.
exactly, not even backsliding, but they'll say like, oh yeah, you're a hypocrite, or for example as well, me, I don't swear. And that's
shocking. Go on.
no, but I don't swear.
Don't swear.
I don't swear. I don't use profound words. And that's just what I believe in, and even just rejecting certain things as well, like negative stuff, and that's just what I believe in as a Christian, so it's about staying consistent because we are a walking billboard as a Christian.
Okay, go on.
No, do you get what I mean?
I hear you.
Like
you're always on show.
Yeah, people don't read the Bible. They read Christians. They read your lifestyle. How are you gonna believe I'm a Christian if all the time I'm like, Enrique, effing you and this and that? I have to stay consistent in this new lifestyle for people to accept, okay, Amy has changed and Amy's not going to go to certain places, and don't bring that to Amy. She's going to, there was
she'll dismiss it.
She'll dismiss it. There was, and even once you start to change as well, your circle absolutely does change.
So has that changed? Does it make what you want to do next easier? Like career path?
Definitely.
Like you know what I mean? Does religion help you like that?
Definitely. It helps you to stay focused. Like, it helps you to stay grounded. Like, you understand the vision, and that's what God does. That's what religion has done for me. Not even just religion. That's what knowing Christ has done for me. He's ordered my steps. Like, because let's be real, we can all have a vision. We can all have a dream, but not everybody executes their dream. Or not everybody understands, how to go about it. Like, someone will say, oh yeah, I want to be a decorator, but they don't know where to start from, but then for me, through knowing God, he's literally been able to guide me and say, okay, this is the first step, this is the second step, and this is this. That's how I've been able to, to reach to where I am today.
So that's how that's how I did this new Amy.
This new Amy, brand new me.
Jeez. But do you think, like, I asked before we came here, do you think the way Christianity has been portrayed through the media, is it in a good light? Like the way they portray Christianity, because there's a lot of cartoons, like I said, cartoon TV shows, whatever, and so on and so on.
Yeah,
that always kind of takes the piss out of it. How does that make you feel as a Christian? Like when you see these things or hear these things, when you see like certain movies taking the piss out of it, or you know what I mean?
I just see it as like, Father, forgive them, for they don't know what they're doing.
Okay, all right.
Like, no, like literally, you can't. At the same time, being a Christian, we're not judgmental. Christ is all about love. So even though people are doing those things, like, you just say, you know what, forgive them, because the Bible says my people perish because of lack of knowledge. Some people don't have the knowledge to know that, okay, what they're doing is wrong, or everyone has different beliefs, I guess. Do you get what I mean? So for me, I just give those things a blind eye, and I just don't entertain it, because at the end of the day, I know who I serve and what I believe in, and that's the most important thing, to be honest.
No, hey, that's good. Like, I've seen a change in you anyway.
Have you?
You know what I mean?
Okay, tell me.
Whatever.
Tell me the good stuff.
I have seen a change. You know what I mean? I think you're more mature now than before. Because before you were so immature, boy. But now you have. And one more thing to ask you as well. How is it because of your religion? A lot of people travel alone a lot. Yeah? Me, I can't do that. How do you do that? How do you just
traveling
say, hey,
all the
you know
time?
what? I'm leaving.
Solo trips.
Yeah.
I love my
Don't you feel lonely?
I don't, to be
Is that
honest.
because of who you are or your relationship with God? See, that's my thing. Like, people that travel alone, do they have a relationship with any religion? I don't know what religion you are, but does that give you more comfort?
Yeah.
Because me, I don't have nothing. So when I'm traveling, it's just me, myself, and my brain.
Yeah, you've actually never done a solo
Never.
trip before.
Ask me last time I travelled. Don't remember. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for me, when I hear you traveling a lot by yourself, like what was the first time you traveled by yourself? Apart from Leone, obviously.
Oh, I can't remember because
I've
been to Qatar by myself,
Alright.
Ghana by myself,
this
going
is
Ghana
what you wanted to do.
again
Go
by
on.
myself,
This
like
took your
Romania
money.
by myself.
Took your money.
No, I'm not.
Go on, took your money. My apologies.
No, but I do love my
EasyJet?
solo trips. Huh?
You go on EasyJet.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so I think it'd be bougie to say Air France or something like that.
No, please.
But yeah, so what gives you the confidence to travel alone?
I'm confident in who I am, you know, and I feel like if I'm not yet married, I still want to explore the world, and I don't have to be married to explore the world, you know. And also, I do like my own company as well.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes I love holidays with girls as well, because I do girl trips as well. But then I love my solo trips the most, just because I don't have to have a routine. No one's telling me, oh, you have to wake up at this time. We have to go and do excursions. Like, I'm not about excursions anymore. I did that when I was younger. Like, I just want to go on holiday, sleep, rest, wake up, dress up, eat, come back, eat.
Now, this is how I'm gonna trap you. As you travel around all these places, this was a setup.
Okay.
This is a setup, yeah.
Okay.
Could you travel all these places, yeah? The men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
What
what's the
about the men?
difference? What's the difference with the men like you met in the UK than for men from, let's say, back home?
From Sierra Leone?
Sierra Leone, Africa's Matter. What is the
The
difference?
men
Because you said a certain word. You said sassy. I don't know what sassy means. The only sassy I know, she lives like 4 blocks away from me.
Okay.
So I don't know. So who's sassy? What's sassy? Wait, sorry.
Oh my
So
gosh.
which
I wish
one?
my cousin was here so we could talk about
So
it.
which one is better? Which one? The difference. I mean, sorry, between the men in the UK and men that you met from back home.
I think you know me, I'm a bush girl. Like, I'm very African, yeah.
Yeah.
I just love being African. I love the culture as well.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just, you know, the culture, the banter that you have, the
So
unseriousness.
the people in this country
jokes.
have banter.
I mean, they do, but it's very, you know, formal. Like,
No, it's not. Is it?
Like I said, me, I'm a French.
Okay,
I don't
fine.
get the
Let's
banter
get
all
the
the
question.
time.
Who spends more? Who spends more money? Yeah.
Please, the men in the UK, what money do they spend? Rubbish.
But my question is, what are we spending on?
Don't just be
Wait.
talking. Rubbish.
But
Don't
what are we
mind
spending
them.
on?
What? What do you mean?
Because a lot of women say, UK guys don't spend. Yeah. But what are we spending on? Like, how much food can you order?
To know the woman. And I feel like now, like from some of my friends and what they share with me, yeah, some guys even skip the whole dating stage, like taking them out.
Oh, the £1.
Taking them out for dinner, you know, romancing them. African men are they're sweet. I mean,
because
giving you sweet words.
I like dates.
I've
been in a few.
You like dates.
I've been in a few dates. You know what I mean?
Your expensive dates
but
too.
But the thing is, yeah, one thing I realize is I don't expect anything. I just want to go to a nice restaurant and have a pretty woman next to me with great conversation. That's it. I don't need you to open your pom-pom to give me pom-pom. I don't. No. If we're having a good vibe and a good conversation and it happens, it happens. But it's not on the menu. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not lying. This is who I am.
But then after the expensive date...
No, I'd go on another one.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Tell them the truth.
They go Morley's.
Rubbish.
Talk about, let's go culture of searching. But yeah, so what's the difference then?
The difference, like, this is what I'm saying, like the men in Africa, they're just more like, you know, baby, do you want this? Do you want that? They're just soft.
Are you sure it's real though?
Whether it's real or not, it's still sweet. Do you get what I mean?
That's a lie. Because
No,
we get.
like, don't get me wrong. Obviously, the guys in the UK, they're them, but majority of them are very sassy.
Wow.
What's
sassy? Before we
like,
leave, yeah, what is sassy?
They're very
Because
princessy.
I'm tired. I am sick and tired of these terminologies with zesty, sassy, in women's business.
Like,
what does that mean?
like,
We're
it's
humans.
like the roles have been reversed.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
men want to be chased after now. Like, what is that? It's the truth.
So
now.
wait,
It's
so
the
wait.
truth.
If I chase, I don't chase anyway. If I approach, yeah. So and the woman should not approach me back after.
No, when I say chase, because really and truly, a man doesn't need to chase a woman who likes, you know.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, like, if they're upset, you know, they stop talking to you, or they get in their mood, and then they want you to be the one to contact them. Me.
What's the problem?
What?
Well, what's the problem
Excuse
with that?
me, you're supposed to contact me. You're supposed
So
to
I'm
chase
sad.
me. Huh?
So we can't show any vulnerability.
No, you can, but it's too much. Like, relax.
What do you mean
like,
too
we are the
much?
way. Your emotions are just too all over the place.
So if you
It's
live
like,
in a man,
who's on period? Me or you?
oh
That's
wow.
what it is.
So, okay. So okay. All right. You know what? This wasn't even on the list, yeah, but bun it. Yeah. So what? If you're living with a man, half, or full.
If I'm living with a man, that's my husband. So therefore, he's paying the bills.
Oh wow.
And then I bring home
What? Yourself? Nah,
goodies.
that's not fair.
In the UK, it can't work like that.
No, it can't.
But the man has to
In
be
this
the
economy,
head of the home.
people are struggling, you know.
Yeah, but the man has to be the head of the home. Like, he should strive for that. And I feel like that's what every man should strive for. Because if you don't, when you enter that home, you ain't providing. That woman's going to disrespect you, or eventually she'll be rude.
But why? Because if you're poor or you're down in the dumps or you didn't get got your under the wig cane rolls out, yeah, yeah, I'm still loving you. You know what I mean?
That's what you're supposed to do.
But me, if I gain a little bit of weight and my jeans don't fit no more, you're looking at something else.
No, you wouldn't. But every man should strive, especially if you're dating a woman.
Yeah.
You should strive, to be the head of the home. And you should have money when you're dating. If you don't have money, you shouldn't be nowhere near dating.
I think
Do you get what I mean?
You shouldn't spend money.
Yeah, and you shouldn't
on
waste
things.
a woman's time as well.
And a man's time, yeah.
And
a man's time, yeah.
Okay.
What about a man's time?
We
have to go work, make this money.
I'm fine for the women. I don't know about men.
I'm not finding anyone. Honestly, I wish everyone finds love. You find your love in God. So that's your main love.
That's my first love.
You know what I mean? And obviously the guy you date has to be God-fearing as well, right?
Definitely. Without a doubt.
Me, I don't mind.
Really?
If they're religious or not religious.
Really?
I'm not religious at all.
No.
I believe in something.
You know, I cancelled my engagement because
What?
they weren't. You remember I cancelled my engagement?
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, don't try that. Don't try
No,
that.
but
don't try that like you're being proposed to all the time. Yeah?
Hello, look at me.
Once I cancel my engagement. No,
No, but what you're talking about is, for me,
Yeah,
it is very
that's the main
important.
one, the main-
Yes, because
not the money, not the way he looks, not how he treats you. It's
that's
religion.
all part of it. Like, you don't know me. He has to be tall, dark, and handsome
Jesus.
with lots of money.
So we're at the end of the show because we came late because of Amy. But it's fine. I'm used to it. Everyone I've recorded was late. So it's fine.
So
But
what does that mean? That means
end of the day,
you are the issue.
hey, 4th episode is going to be a doozy. Thank you, Amy, for coming.
Thank you, everyone.
You know, and I wish everyone gets home safely and has a good day. That's it. See.